Hello everybody, this is Tarina. I am working on my third card of my new Catty launch kit that I received. It came with the instructions for the create and take, and it's using the new Sweet Girl kit or collection from Close to My Heart. So I am excited about that, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started so that I can hopefully not keep it too long. So I'm going to go ahead and be doing this card here. Let's hope I can stay in focus or in frame, so because I'm zoomed in a little bit for the card's sake. I did these two cards here. They both ended up a little bit different than the original because I used thank you. So you can see this one here. It's a little bit different from that one. I also added the bow and some bling, which you can totally do. And then this one here, I did the welcome baby and I did thinking of you instead. Of course, added some blings, so you can see kind of the difference there. So that's kind of how, that's how I roll. So that's what I'm gonna go with, and I'm gonna see what I can do with this one. I know that I didn't want to do a little something for a little someone, and I was thinking that a thanks would go perfect right there, right? So I haven't decided yet as to whether I want to do the light heather color or the dark or the original heather color. So I figured I'd just cut them both out and we can go ahead and see what I end up doing with that. So I think what I'm going to do is first I'm going to do my stamping and get my card pretty much done, and then I will do the die cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and for the prep, I want to read about the stamping because I'm going to be stamping this stamp, which is this border here, and I want to see exactly what I need to do with that. So I did pre-cut. I went through the instructions and pre-cut different kits, just so you are aware if you haven't watched my previous videos. I did separate them all into their perspective kits, so hopefully we have everything that we need. I'm going to go ahead and find the instructions for the prep for that, which are here, which mean, well, okay, so prepare white daisy cardstock, stamp leaf border with peach ink along top and bottom. So, and then the next one is stamping the sentiment, which I'm not going to stamp the sentiment because I'm going to be cutting out. Okay, so I might just replace that second step with the cutting out. So that's okay. We can do this. We can do it. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside while I do the stamping. So it shows the white piece. So this was cut out of the cut apart sheet. Each paper packet comes with a cut apart sheet. So, like, I could totally use that pink flower or pink heart instead of the gray one that's on the back side that the picture calls for. I love that. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love it. Okay. So let's see. On this one, we need to stamp the top and the bottom in peach. Okay, so I think, I don't know if I want to do my stamp thingy or not. Don't know. Because this will need to be here, which would mean I need to move a lot of stuffs. And I definitely needed to make sure I needed to go off both ends of the card or the cardstock, so I'm going to try to, stick this down pretty well, and then we can move these out of the way, and then let's see how that works, like so. So I'm kind of going off of this. It looks like it goes off of the edge here on both sides, so that's what I'm going to try to accomplish here. Just a little bit off the edge, like so. And then I'm going to add the peach on here. And that should stamp perfectly on there, like so. Nice. That's perfect. And then we're going to take this and we're just gonna, oh, look what I did. Uh-oh. That one either needs washed or something. Oh well, hopefully they think you can, oh my goodness. I don't know that I like that. It definitely looks like, you know, damage to the paper. Maybe I'll flip that over. I think I'm going to flip it over and see if I can redo it. That would be fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and re-ink this and not use the magnets. I think it's just time to wash my magnets. I think they're just well used and they end up getting stuff on them. So there's that one, and then let's hope we can see this. Try to line that up again. Get some ink on there. Don't even have to move the stamp, which is kind of awesomeness. And then, let's see, just stamp it right there like that. And because it's the same distance between here and here, when you flip it, it just does the same thing, which is pretty cool. Okay, so there we go. It's all stamped. And I'm going to spritz that and get it clean, because I don't want it left that way. I like nice steam clamps. Yeah, that's what I like. Clean stamps, that's what I'm actually liking. Okay, so we did the stamping. Next is the instructions said the next part is the stamping for the sentiment, which we're not stamping. We're actually going to be die cutting, so I'm going to put this aside and pull out my die cut machine. Woo, woo. Here we go. Yes, you get to see all my gnarliness. It is well loved. I have had this sucker for about 10 years, maybe even more than that. And the plates too. Yes, even the plates. So I am going to go ahead and stick this down here, get it ran through my machine, and then I will show you what it looks like. I'm going to pull it out. So like this. And that's the extras, which we can use for all kinds of things. All these little points are for poking it out of getting it out of the die cut, or the die. So, let's see, come on. So there we go, we've got thanks. Alright, so that's the one, and I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side, and I'm going to do it out of the darker, or the actual heather color. That was the light heather on the back side of the heather cardstock. So, I do have a magnetic platform, which does help for dies like this. Sometimes it can be a pain in the tush when you have a little die and you want it in a specific spot, but it works pretty good for this. So now I'm going to go ahead and poke this out of here, get this easy to maneuver, maybe, and then we'll just go ahead, oh, look at that, it came right out. So let's stick that right there, and there's the second one, and let me see if I can get that out of there. Yes. Okay, so we've got the, ooh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we've got the lighter version and the darker, or the original version. I keep wanting to say darker, but it's not really, I mean, it is darker than the lighter version, but it's not darker than the original color. So Okay, so we'll have to see when the time comes what we want to do. We could even, like, you know, double it up and have it, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Okay, so the instructions are pretty simple. We're going to get a card base ready. If you haven't seen my previous launch kit cards, they are this kit, the launch kit, came with pre-cut card bases, and I think you pretty much just line it up. From the looks of the instructions, you just, you know, kind of stack them in that particular order. So I think that's what I'm going to do. This one is the Mink Firefly paper. And I'm going to go ahead and line it to the bottom and the corner. And I think right here, like that. That works perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same order that they have here in the instructions. I might just put that on top so you guys can see. And I could just, you know, move it real quick if I need to. You could totally use the lighter peach side if you wanted to, which I find all along because it gives it just a tiniest bit of a different look, just because of the color. You could totally switch out the colors too if you wanted to. Let's see, try to get this even. I don't know that that's even. And that's looking pretty even right there. Okay, so stick that down. And I'm going to go ahead and put, see, like, you could totally do this. You could stick that down like that if you wanted to. I'm not going to, because I'm going to follow the instructions. Woo! But you could. You totally could. Alright. So now in the instructions, when you cut these papers, it does tell you the direction that the arrows are supposed to end up, so that you can adjust your cutting that way. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Now it says, I'm going to assume it says 1 inch from the top. Let's see. Oh, got stickies on there. Let's see. Attach prepared white daisy cardstock 1 inch from the top. And then attach the heart accent with the 3D foam tape. Okay, so that's pretty easy to do. So we are going to go ahead and, I think what I want to do with this one though, I think I want to attach this with foam tape and this without, and this will just be flat on this. Ooh, wrong side. Flat on this, but foam tape up on this. So I will show you guys what I'm talking about. So they have it flat on there, and I'm going to foam tape it. And I am actually going to use my roll of foam tape. I got this on Amazon. Love it. So pretty easy to use that way for larger applications. And then I do have some, so I just line it up on here and then I cut it with my trimmer, and it cuts the perfect sizes of pieces. So that's probably what I'll use on the little heart, which I've also prepared. So we're going to go 1 inch from the top. So I'm going to line this up, hopefully in frame. That'd be great. And then we'll go 1 inch from the top. It is about there. Both sides. Good. Alright. And then we've got to figure out what we're going to do with this. I think I'm going to foam tape this on first. And so you'll be able to see how it lays flat on there. I like that, I think. I like having that little bit of extra oomph. So the bottom half will be like this one I cut in littler pieces, and I'm thinking maybe those littler pieces would be a better option for this because I don't know that I need that much foam tape. I don't want to overdo it, but I don't want to do too much either, so that would be like that. What do you guys think? Do you think that's far enough down? They've got most of it on there, so I think maybe I should switch out those pieces and do a smaller piece down at the bottom, like that, and then most of it can go up there on the piece. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive here, like that. Make sure it's over the edges there, or not over the edges, like that, and peel the back off there. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to center it. So I would assume the center would be somewhere right around there. So right in line with that. So that's pretty darn close. I think like that. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see, it is still 3D here, but it still looks just like the original. Okay, and then we are going to figure out whether we want this thanks in there. I like that, that's pretty. Or whether we want this thanks in there. And this is the same color of the actual dragonflies. I think I like the lighter one. The dark one kind of makes more of a statement, but I mean, it says thanks. I mean, really, how much more of a statement can you get? So I'm going to go ahead and use my two-way glue pen from Close to My Heart. This one, I'm just going to, I'm going to put it over here on the side so that it doesn't. So one of the ways you can use this is you can add quite a bit of adhesive and let it dry sticky and then adhere it that way if you want, or you can adhere it while it's dry, totally up to you. That's why it's two-way glue pen. It's a double. I think the one that they have in the catalog now isn't from the same company, or it might be in just recovered for Close to My Heart. I'm not sure, but it does the same thing. So I don't know that it's called two-way. I think it's a double bond or something to that extent. What exact, I don't know, but okay, so I think that should be good. Plenty of adhesive on there. And then I think I'm gonna grab my, oh, look at that, the pads are coming off. Wow, that looks pretty gnarly that way. And then ooh, that was gonna stick. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to center that a bit, like that. I guess that's what it's gonna be. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, and then we're just gonna stick that down, and that should stick perfect to it, just like that. Now, you know me, I definitely want some bling on there, so I'm not sure. I don't want anything big. I've been using the bigger things, and I can use white, the white dots. I don't know if I even need the white dots though. I mean, it's a really pretty card by itself. But as you can see, our dots come in 3 different sizes, which is awesome. I don't know. It just seems like too much. Like, too much. Even if it's white, it still feels like too much. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just stick with my favorite. Alrighty. Like that. I actually kind of like that. And then don't know. I don't know. Nothing seems to be right. Nothing looks right. That just doesn't look right either. I don't know. It's just not looking right. Maybe I'll just leave that there. Or maybe I can do like a little spread here on the heart. Like that. Just to draw some attention to the heart. Maybe that one needs to be somewhere else. Like that. That doesn't look right either. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I don't need any bling. I like it on the heart, but that just seems so naked. Just seems so naked. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want that. Don't want that either. Up behind it. That doesn't look right. It looks like too much. Okay, so maybe I'll just pull this off of there. Or I could do something like, instead of having it up in that corner, I could have it here, here, and then have that wherever it went. Here. Like that. It's cute. Like that. And then I could do, I don't know if this is going to work, but I could do like a set of 3 along here. Guess we could try it and see what we think. Like that. Up a little bit more. And that would go up just a touch. That. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I do kind of feel like it needs like something over here, but I'm afraid to do too much. So I think I'm gonna leave it just like that. So there's that one. I actually like that a lot. Okay, so this is the original, and this is what I ended up with. So yes. Yes. I love this. Okay, so I will, let's see, this page here has, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay, so that's the 3 cards that I did, and these are the 3 cards, I don't know if you can see all of those, that I did. So we've got the thanks, it looks like that one. And then the hey girl is thank you, and welcome baby is thinking of you. So 3 totally different ways, excuse me, that you can do the same card. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far. I don't know if it's going to be a series. It could be launch kit series. Ooh, good idea, because I've got quite a few more. I've got 2 more cards and then 2 two-page layouts. So this should get interesting. Oh. Okay. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far, and because I know I have. So I hope you guys will see me in the next one, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.